Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanique Beckford. For those of you who don't know who I am, if you are a first time viewer to this channel, I just want to welcome you to our channel. And if you have been rocking with me since I started all the way back, what was it, like a month ago, I just want to welcome you and tell you a huge thank you for watching. Today I'm going to be sharing with you just a few tricks and tips on how to save your money and how to become a millionaire in no time. But just before I get into this video, I just want to say make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. If you haven't subscribed as yet, make sure to go to the right hand side of your phone or your computer. You'll see a little red button, subscribe. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also beside the subscribe button is a little bell. Make sure that you pound the notification bell so that way when I upload a video you will not miss out on any of my content. Also, please make sure you share with someone, your auntie, your uncle, your nephew, your grandmother, everybody. Share as often as you can. And the final thing before I go any further into this video is make sure that you comment down below. In the comment section we have conversations. I look forward to hear what you have to say, what you think about the video, or suggestions that you may have, or if you have experienced anything that I spoke about. Now that I've said all the YouTube stuff, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so today, based on the title of this video, you already know what I'm going to be talking about. Even before I go any further, I must say, today is Wednesday, Tuesday, I recorded the video for you guys. I recorded 2 videos. I uploaded once last week. I didn't get the time to get around to uploading another video. I was busy on the road, Negril, Manchester. I was just busy on the road. Yesterday, I went to the church office, recorded 2 videos, a 16-minute video and a 20-something minutes video, only to get home and to find out that there was no audio. Can you imagine? Like I logged onto my computer getting ready to edit, to upload, then I found out there's no audio. So now here I am, redoing this video. So I want you, if you have your pen or paper, get a pen or paper. We're going to talk today, especially if you're a woman, we're going to talk today. So go ahead, get your pen, get your paper, and let's get cracking. All right. So I believe that in this season we have to be very cautious where our money is going. In a season like this, we have to make sure that we are saving as much as possible. Our grandmother and our mothers have told us, make sure you put away some money for a rainy day. And listen, with this coronavirus, it has taught us so much. You have to be frugal with how much you are spending. You have to be frugal. You have to pay attention to your expenditures. You have to pay attention to how much money you're getting in and how much money you're putting out. And so there are a few things that I wrote down I want to share with you guys today. All right, the first thing I want you to know is I understand that when it comes to saving can be very difficult. When you're saving, it can be a difficult thing, because the truth is, as soon as you begin to save, something happens. Can you imagine? Every time you put down some money, then something just randomly pops up. Maybe you need to do something to the car. I mean, it is crazy. Every time we start to save, someone maybe hits the car, something needs to be fixed on the car, somebody is sick, there's some extra bill, or something just pops up out of nowhere. Guys, if you can relate to this, nothing happens urgently in your life until you have money or until you begin to save. That's the truth of it. As soon as the money comes into your hand, it just slips away like nothing. And so I understand that saving can be very difficult, especially for those who don't have a sustainable job that is able to cover all your bills and your day-to-day or month-to-month expenses. You have to set clear goals. In order to save, you have to set clear goals. So that's where you know exactly what you are saving towards. If you don't have any goals, what's the point of saving? Or if you're not saving towards something, you will not be motivated to save. You will not be motivated to save. Okay, so just a few things. Just a few things I want to share with you. Females, I'm mainly talking to the females because I'm a female. I know how it goes when it comes to saving with a female. In order for you to save, there are certain things that you have to limit. I'll share some ideas. I'll share some tips with you how to save, how to invest your money. But first, I want to share some things with you that you definitely need to avoid. Okay, so the first one is, if you're trying to save, you have to limit the things that you buy that are not necessities. If you're buying things that are not a necessity to your daily living or what you need to get by, then you need to put a big X and stop buying. Like those shoes, if you don't need that extra pair of heels, don't buy it. If you don't need that extra pair of shoes or that extra pants or that extra makeup kit, if you don't want it, do not buy it. Put the money in an account or save it somewhere. Leave the extra shoes alone. I mean, you're not going anywhere right now anyways. This corona is here. You're not going anywhere. Why are you online checking on shoes? Why is your cart more than your bills are? Come on, that's not logical. It makes no sense. So put away the shoes shopping until you have a specific occasion. Furthermore, if you already have shoes and you have an occasion, you don't have to buy new shoes. You have to know how to dress up what you have. If you have something you can wear what you have. Don't buy if you don't need it. All right, I know I'm talking to somebody. I know you're looking at those shoes and those clothes and makeup that you can very well do without. Can I tell you something about makeup? To do this video, I literally just threw on some foundation. I did my eyebrows. So the only thing I used was an eyebrow pencil thing, Maybelline concealer, and foundation. That's literally it. There are days I go overboard and I do my makeup full beat makeup. I mean, it's very ironic I'm saying I do a full face beat and I can't even do makeup, but I mean that I go the extreme and I use all the makeup stuff you could think about, but on a day-to-day basis, this is what my makeup looks like. Furthermore, there are days, weeks I don't even wear makeup. So you have to be very frugal where your spending is concerned, where finances is concerned. So if it's not a necessity, don't buy it. The next point is you don't need to pay yourself every time you get paid. Listen, when I used to work, every time I got paid, I used to say, okay, I'm gonna treat myself. I worked 2 whole weeks, and now that I got my pay, I'm going to treat myself to something cute or something nice. Listen, like I was thinking about it this morning when I was making my notes to do this video, and I'm thinking, if every time I get paid I have to pay myself, I mean, don't I already get paid for working? How is it that I'm gonna get paid to pay myself? Like, it doesn't make sense. I know that some of you are saying, Pastor, you don't understand. Prophetess, you don't understand. After I've worked all of 2 weeks, I need to get me something nice. I understand. Maybe you want to get yourself a cheesecake, some chocolate, some ice cream, a pair of shoes, a nice jacket, or something of that sort. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but what I'm saying is, if you do not have enough money to be stretched to do all these things, then you don't need it, especially when you're working towards a goal. You don't need it. I'm telling you, you don't need it. This is what you tell yourself. If you have programmed it it in your mind that you need something to reward yourself because you have done 2 weeks of work, then you're going to want something. When you have the mindset that, listen, in a matter of 4 or 5 years after working hard and saving hard, I'll be able to treat myself as much as I want. It's all a mindset. If you're a female and you're just like what I said, every time you get paid, you treat yourself to something, comment down below. Let me know if that's you, because that was literally me. That was me. The next point is limit going out. Limit the amount of time that you go out. I mean, I understand that now that we're in the season where the corona thing is and we can't really go out per se, but before corona or after corona, some of you are very excited to go out. But if you're trying to save towards a goal, you may want to limit how much you go out and how much you spend. Limit going out on special occasions. If you're going to be going out every weekend, you're going to 100, or what's the restaurants in Kingston, you're going to Triple Century every week, you're going somewhere, and say for instance you're spending like I don't even know how much money you'll spend when you go out. But more than likely you're gonna have to get something nice to wear. You have to buy food. You have to buy drinks. So by all means, if you have a goal that you're saving towards, limit the amount of time that you go out. If you don't have to go out, if you have friends who are always going out, I mean, you don't know who is giving them money. Maybe they're working a job that pays them more than they actually need. They have family members who are giving them finances. Maybe they have a sugar daddy or a pimp or something. I mean, you never may know nowadays, and so you don't know where they're getting their money from. So don't try to match up to them or to hype up yourself to them, because you don't know where their money is coming from. You have to be focused on your money and what you're working towards. The next point is eat in more. Cook. Stay home and cook. You don't always have to go out to eat. I know a lot of you females like going out to dine at fancy restaurants and so forth, fast food, junk food, but eat in. It's way healthier. I'm such a hypocrite. Like, guys, I'm such a hypocrite. You wouldn't even know. I'm telling you to eat in and leave junk food, fast food alone. I'm the biggest culprit of fast food and junk food. But listen, when you eat in, it's way healthier when you cook in. Also, it costs a lot less when you cook in, when you eat in. When you eat out, you have to spend like how much money when you eat out? Let me tell you, there are days when there are weeks rather when we eat out, and say for example we go to KFC, for example, just a regular fast food joint, and we buy say a family 9, and that's like 2,900 and something, I think. I'm gonna call it $3,000. And say we go there 2 times per week. Say we go to Sakura. Currently, I may spend maybe $5,000 to $8,000 per week on fast food. That includes maybe KFC, maybe Wendy's, maybe ice cream, I don't know, juicy beef patty, maybe $8,000 to $10,000 per week sometimes. Do you know how much you could have saved, or I could have saved, not spending so much on fast food? I've learned, no, I still do, because I'm kind of able to do so sometimes. But can you imagine if you have to go to KFC every week? Let's do the math. You buy a 3-piece, a meal deal. How much is a meal deal? Like $600, $700, something $100. I don't know. That could have bought 2 pieces of chicken, a pound of rice, some seasoning. That could have literally done for maybe 2 nights dinner, depending on how much you eat. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think that could have bought more groceries than you have in just 3 pieces of chicken. You eat it and in like 3-4 hours you're hungry again. No, girl, leave KFC alone. Guys, guess what? I'm always saying that KFC obia people. Like, am I the only person who thinks that? Literally, you could be driving past KFC and you smell that scent, and you instantly just want it. Like, the thing is so addictive. If anybody is watching this channel, you work at KFC, you need to tell me the recipe, what you put in it. Also, if you work at KFC, hit me up in the comment section. We could work a deal out. The long lines, maybe you could get me a discount or something. The amount of times I go to KFC, they should be sponsoring my YouTube videos, like legit, no joke. All right, anyways, the next point is budget. Guys, you have to budget. You have to budget, you have to budget, you have to budget. That way you know how much you're spending. That way you know exactly the things that you need to purchase, and you're not going overboard with your spending. Listen, there's some things that people spend so much money on that I literally have no idea why they do these things. When I was, for example, marriage, let's use a wedding for example. I literally see people getting married and they're spending so much, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when they're finished, one, they're living in a rent house, they don't have no money, they're paying back loans, debts, they're borrowing, they're begging. How, like, seriously, tell me, how does that make sense? I know a lot of you will be bashing me and hating on me for this point, but how is it that you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars at a wedding reception, and when you leave you are stone broke and you have to be paying back debt towards your wedding, which is one day? And like, I understand there's some people that say it's a once in a lifetime thing and it's a big deal and you only get married once. I mean, hopefully you only get married once, and it is something that you always want to look back on and remember. And I understand all these things, and hey, I'm all for it. Go for it if that's you, and if, more importantly, if you can financially afford it. But I'm talking about those that go head over heels, and this is why some of you are still single. Okay, I'm sorry. This is why some of you are still single. You go head over heels for these fancy fairy tale weddings. Sometimes it doesn't even last because you get married to the wrong person, you got married for the wrong reasons, you're stone broke when you're finished. Guys, when I was getting married, I literally could count the amount of people that I needed to be there on just my hands, my fingers. When I was finished, I did a cross-country tour. We were on the road. We owed nobody anything. We were okay. We weren't paying rent. We were fine. What am I saying? If you're getting married, it is okay for you to budget and stay within your means. Have a small wedding if you don't have the money. Females, stop putting so much pressure on the guy or the man because you want this fancy wedding. Get married with what you have. Cater for those who you can cater for. Say 5 years from now, 3 years from now, you can celebrate and do something bigger. You can always renew your vows. Why does it make sense to feed so many family members who don't even like you, or who gonna talk about your dress was ugly and the wedding could have been better, and they didn't even put $100 towards anything that you did? Like, it seriously just does not make any sense. So limit what you do. Also, in this corona season, I have learned to use what I have, as opposed to going out to fancy restaurants and so on and so forth. Some of you guys have had your birthdays throughout corona and you had to stay in, order your cakes, order your decoratory stuff and all of that, and you did not die. I mean, how many of you celebrated in corona but you never died? Comment below, let me know if you died. No, you didn't die. You're still watching this video, you're still laughing at me. Come on. Some of you guys, you have to literally, okay, there's some persons that save year to year to go on their vacation. That's fine, I have no problem with that. Also, there's some of you that have to be saving everything and going head over heels crazy to celebrate a birthday. By the time you finish celebrating the birthday, you have $0, you're empty, you're broke, and then the only thing that you could say is I have cute photos, and I enjoyed myself. Okay, great, you created memories. No, what? Call me, beg me, borrow money from who, me? Like hell to the no. You should have been more frugal with your spending, expenditures towards your birthday. It never made sense. For me, I would prefer to work hard. I would prefer to work my butt off right now, and in a matter of 4 years or 5 years time from now, I have my home, I have my car, I'm doing okay. I can throw the birthday of a century in 4 years time and for the rest of my life. Why? Because right now I may not be able to go to triple century like some people. I may not be able to do this and do that like some people are doing now, but guess what? I'm setting a foundation, and so in a few years I'm set, I'm good to go. I have no worries, I have nothing worrying about, especially when you have children. You cannot just be vicariously living and just squandering money here and there. Also, if you just got a job, for the likes of me, I cannot understand how is it that you're trying to save and you're crying that you have no money. You just got a job and you took out a 2 point something million dollar car, but you're still living in a rented house. For the likes of me, I cannot understand how or why we do this. Like, I literally know so many people that they're living in a rented home. They're living in a rented home, and they took out a car that cost so much million, and they're crying that they don't have money, they can't pay their rent, they can't pay off their car loan, their car insurance, and all of these crazy things. And I'm thinking, why would you not use $1 million, or maybe 800, 700, $600, buy a nice clean second-hand car or something like that, and take your time, build your way up, try to get a home. Like, literally, I've seen some people buy some cars and they literally live nowhere. Like, bruh, sleep in your car, live in your car, because that car could have built me a house. Like, I don't understand how it makes sense when we literally should be saving towards our goals, and we say that we're trying to save. It doesn't make sense. Don't just get your job and go take out a couple $1 million cars that you can't pay back. You don't know how you're going to pay back. Your job is not 100% secure. You're on a contract. It doesn't make sense. It literally does not make any sense. I remember when I got pregnant in 2018, my husband and I, when I got pregnant, my husband made a vow, and he said that my baby mother, my wife, will not take any taxi. Mark you, we had cars years ago. Some stuff happened, we had to sell the cars. No, we didn't have a car. I got pregnant. We literally did not have the money to buy a car, and so we worked our butts off, and we ended up buying a car for $60,000. I shared this testimony many times. We bought a car for $60,000, and about 22 minutes, I need to end this video ASAP. We bought a car for $60,000, and I remember the car was so ugly. Like, the car was legit ugly. It had marks all over. You know when you have car and you hit it and you put that like creamish thing over it, like, it was extremely ugly. And on the inside, I remember the outside looked very bad. It was shaking, it was making a lot of noise, like you could hear us coming from a mile off because it was so loud. But I remember on the inside, we had AC on the inside. We were cool, we never busted a sweat. We had we had an audio system so we could listen to our music, and we were under AC. We were very cool. While there were people on the outside that were judging us, listen, I've been to churches to preach driving this car, and I know people have said that how is it that you're a pastor and you're driving this car and you have to represent the kingdom of God better, and blah blah blah. And a lot of people said a lot of mean stuff, and some of them were taking taxis, some of them didn't own a car, some of them were trying to pay back loans, while I didn't owe anything, and I was saving up for my dream car. And so what I've learned from this is, And mark you, even though the inside was nice, after a period of time, as soon as rain started to fall, we would get wet on the inside. The water would come in under the foot thing. But anyways, we were not comfortable, but comfortable in the sense that at least we didn't have to be in a public transportation and all of that jazz stuff. And listen, I remember we worked and we saved to buy our dream car. We worked very hard. Sometimes when you have goals, you have to learn to start small. I want you guys to comment in the comment section and say starting small is okay. It doesn't matter what people say about you, what people think about you, but sometimes you have to start small. Sometimes you have to build one room and live in the one room house until you can afford a mansion. Don't care if people want to say, oh, she lives in one house. At least you're not paying rent, honey. That money that you're using to pay for rent could be used to buy a couple hundred blocks and some tons of steel. You're building your way up. Don't pay attention to people. Work your way up. Start from small. That way you can reach your goals very soon. All right. After we did all of that, after we had that car for 60,000, I remember we started our church. We were saving, like we were driving an old car, but we were saving because we had extra jobs that were coming in. And I remember we started saving, and in a matter of like maybe 5 months, or I think it was, no, I think it's like 3 months or something like that, we ended up buying our very first car from the car mart. Nice car. And when we bought that, like in less than maybe 2 months after that, we opened our church. We were still saving. We spent maybe like a little over $500,000 to open the church for rent, musical stuff, chairs, and a bunch of other things. And that was like over $500,000, a little over $500,000. We were saving. We were able to do that without taking out loans or anything like that. God made a way and He provided. You can start your business. If you save, you can start your business just the same. You can buy your car. My husband, he fixes computers, sells computers, revamp all computers. I was doing publishing and so forth. And so throughout doing all these things, because of saving, we were able to like maybe generate like maybe 300,000 in 2 weeks. Just like maybe a week ago or so, we sold a couple computers, and that was like literally, I think maybe $100,000 in 1 week. What am I saying? None of this would have been possible if we were not saving. Every single one of you make the same amount of money, or maybe almost, I'm not sure. But you have to learn how to save. If something is not important, do not get it. If you know that you're not good at saving, join a bank. Listen, the days are gone where you put your money under the mattress. Rat will bite it and cockroach will eat it. Well, at least I hope your house is clean and you ain't got no rats or no cockroaches. But you have to push yourself and you have to work very hard towards what you want. Just a few things, a few quick ideas how to save, how to make your money work for you. I'll go back, I think before, this is what I'll do. I was telling you guys about starting small. Your wedding, if you have like anniversaries, birthdays, date nights, you can do these things from home. You don't have to go out to have a fancy date night or anything. If you're married, you want to have a fabulous evening with your spouse. This is a photo of what I did. It was just a Sunday evening. I just decided I want to do something nice for my spouse and I to have dinner together. We just went to Mega Mart. We just picked up a few things, and this is what we did for our dinner and date night. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a nice evening with your spouse, or if you're dating, you could go small. Now, if you want to save, one of the ways that helps me to save, because listen, your girl be spending, your girl be on eBay shopping. This week, I think maybe tomorrow is Thursday or Friday, I'll go collect some of my packages and I'll do a clothing haul with you guys. I did $100 budget challenge. I spent like $100. and to see how many things I could get. I'll show that to you in another video. But this is one of the things that I had to do in my past that helped me to save. If you're working and your pay is going towards a direct bank account, set up a standing order. So that way, each time you get paid, the bank just pulls a certain amount that you want to save. So say for example you're working like $20,000 per week, or let's say you're working like $100,000 per month. A better example, let's say you put up a standing order that every month $20,000 come out of your account. You don't see that come out, you don't have to take it out yourself, because if you have to take it out yourself, you're gonna find other things to do with it. Every time you try to save on your own, you will find something that needs to be done, because once you have money, there will always be something that needs to be done. So create a standing order against your pay. That way your savings is just coming out by the bank, and it's going into another savings account that you cannot touch until a certain period of time. The next thing is invest. Another idea of how to save and how to capitalize on your money, make your money work and grow for you, is try to invest. By doing this, by investing, I'll do a next video with you guys on how to invest your money and starting businesses, since that's something that we actually do, my husband and I. But if you're going to invest, you have to be very careful, because investing can either make you a millionaire or it can make you as broke as a church mouse if you do not understand the patterns and the schemes of investing. You have to be diligent, you have to be consistent and persistent, you have to be willing to work hard, to sit in front of the computer to study the stock market. You have to understand their timing based on what country you're investing in, what stocks or trades you're buying or purchasing or investing in per se. You have to understand their time zones. You have to be willing to get up like 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, depending on where you are. You have to understand the stock market. You have to understand the trading scheme, the trading patterns, because there's some people, they get rich, and there's some people that they invest and they literally lose everything. So you have to know where to invest your money, how to invest, the tricks and tips as it relates to investing. Also, buy stocks and shares. The next point I want to share with you is on how to save and invest your money, or let your money work for you, saving over a period of time, is property management and real estate. And that's for those of you who are maybe on the higher edge of an income. Invest in real estate, invest in land. Real estate is something that you can never lose on. So say for example you have a home, try to invest in buying properties. You can rent those out, and so on and so forth. As I said, I'll save this for another video. I'll talk more about investing. Do online businesses. If you're trying to let your money work for you, you don't know what you do with your money, you don't know how to save it, you don't want to put it in the bank per se, wishing you have to at some point in time start an online business. Let it grow, let it work for you. The final point is, if you're trying to save and it's a difficult thing for you, try to create a spreadsheet or an Excel to track your finances. So if you get $100,000 per month, create a spreadsheet. Okay, you get $100,000, 20 goes towards your saving, 25 go towards your rent, 10 go towards your light bill, JPS, water commission, whatever. Even though JPS is so thief, I'm not editing this out of the video. I don't care. And you just groceries, children, you calculate out every single dime on what you are getting in and how much you're putting out, so you know what's happening. This spreadsheet and Excel does not only help you to know how much you're getting, how much is going out. It also helps you to over a period of time to track, to see what is it that you did with your money, if you wasted, what you wasted it on. And so each month you're able to grow from the mistakes you made last month. You see how is it that you wasted your money. How many times have we bought so many clothes? Like, I literally have stuff in my closet that I have not worn as yet with the tag still on it, because I don't like how it fits, I don't like how it looks, and so I have to be giving stuff away, or they're just thrown down. My husband don't like this, he don't like how that look at me, that color don't go well with my complexion, I wasted all my money. So we're able to track our income and not waste our money. So these were just a few tips I wanted to share with you guys on how to save and not squander your money. Guys, we could be millionaires. As black people, I want to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I declare over your life that you are a millionaire too. But first, you gotta start praying. You gotta start saving your money. Give back to society. Give back to a home, a children's home. Make sure you give your 1/10 to your church. If you're not giving it to your church, pay back your dues to a home or something. But always try to give back your 1/10 in one way or another, and you will see God work for you. God bless you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure that you subscribe, you comment, you like, and you share. Have a wonderful time in the world. Bye.